Carrot and coriander soup is really easy to make in the soup maker. I use both ground and fresh coriander. You don't need many ingredients to make this soup. I've used 600 grams of chopped carrots, there's no need to peel them. Then I've used an onion, which I've quartered, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, some vegetable stock, and then lastly a large handful of fresh coriander, which doesn't go in until the end. So I'm going to add the onion straight to the Ninja soup maker jug and pop the lid on and use the chop function to chop it up nice and small. Of course, you don't have to do this, you can just chop it separately if you prefer. Add the carrots directly to the soup maker. Like I said before, I've used 600 grams. You could use more or you could use less. It depends how thick or thin you prefer your soup. Then add the ground coriander. Remember, we're not adding the fresh coriander just yet. Then I've added 2 tablespoons of the vegetable stock powder. You could just add a stock pot or a stock cube if you prefer. I've added hot water straight from the kettle to the soup maker jug, just up to the maximum line on the side of the Ninja soup maker. You can of course make up the stock separately and add it that way. So place the lid onto the soup maker jug and switch it on, and I'm going to use the smooth soup setting. You could use chunky if you prefer. And then we're going to leave it to do its thing for 30 minutes. If you're enjoying this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a like, and do let me know in the comments what soup maker recipe you'd like me to make next. So now the cycle has finished, I've taken the lid off and I'm just checking the consistency to make sure that it's not too thick or too thin. Remember, you can add some hot water or stock if you do want to thin it out. So now I'm adding the fresh coriander. Everything goes in, including the stalks. There's loads of flavour in there, so there's no need to remove them. I've submerged the coriander into the soup. I'm not sure why I did, because I'm going to be pulsing it, but there you go. Then pop the lid on and switched it on, pressed pulse on low, and then just pulse it for as many times as you want to, really, until the leaves are chopped up nice and small, or whatever size you want them. So that's it, that's the carrot and coriander soup finished. I mean, you could stir in some cream if you want it a little bit creamier. I really like it like this. This is actually one of my favourite soups. I much prefer it to the ones you get in the supermarket. I guess it's because it's really fresh and I know exactly what's going in it. But it's just so simple and it just hardly takes any ingredients at all. Thanks for watching this video, and I shall see you next time.